Ready, fight.
Hi, good morning, and happy Monday. I guess you could be happy. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This is Michael, Dixie Flipper. Sorry about the glare right there. It's from one of my lights here in the garage. So, it is what it is, I'm sorry to say. So, let's get into it. I didn't film anything on Friday or on Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry, I feel like that is my time with my family, as well as I can get some work done without having to remember per video up. So I do apologize, but that's what it is. So this would be, what do we leave off on? Let me check. So this was, I think, day 5. Yeah, day 5. So when I last saw you, so this would be day 8 on there. And let me write that down just so I don't forget about it. There we go. All right, so number wise, what do we do? So Friday, I ended up listing 108 items. Saturday, 91 items. And Sunday, yesterday, I listed 57 items. Now, interesting note, like I said, I have used Treecat, their AI lister, as well as ListEasier's AI lister. Friday, ListEasier. Saturday, mostly ListEasier until the last part of the day. I ran through my subscription. So the rest of, I think like 20 or 30 of them were done by Treecat. Sunday, completely Treecat. Now I will give Treecat a benefit of the doubt because I didn't put a full 8 hours into it like I normally do with ListEasier. But here's my thoughts on Treecat and ListEasier. ListEasier, I prefer. The reason is I like the steps, how it goes through the listing with you on there, where Treecat, it breaks it up. So ListEasier, like I can apply the same shipping policy to all my items at once. Treecat, I have to go in individually and do it. Same thing with the categories. They don't have the store categories. Treecat our ListEasier does, and I can apply those all at once. The payment method, like if you want eBay management or immediate payment, I can apply that all at once. Even the SKU, I can apply that all at once and then change it as I go. So it just seemed a lot more reduced to doing bulk instead of doing one individual item at a time. Treecat is very one item at a time, and I think that's the difference. Treecat is more of, okay, if you have 5 items, throw them in, get the AI thing going through, create, you're done, no problem. ListEasier, okay, you have 20 or more items that you need to get listed at once, you get it faster. Right now, my subscription doesn't restart until the 22nd, and I'm not interested in paying at I'll be honest, I can't pay another $70 this month quite yet to get that started. So I've been using ListEasier, and that will probably be it for the rest of the time. So that's my 2 cents on ListEasier and Treecat. You choose which one fits you. For a bulk volume business, ListEasier is where I prefer to be. Treecat is a good backup for me. All right. So also last week we had 6 sales. Those sales, 3 of them came from my regular eBay store. It was a family and friends to Kirkburg. What year? It's 2006 family Kirkburg. I got these for free from Michelle. Actually, they were going to just either throw them away or send them to the thrift store. So I asked if I could take them. They said, sure, take as many as you want. I grabbed all the Kirkburgs, and that sold. That one sold for, let me see, $13.10. Now that is with the shipping as well as the taxes that was collected. Shipping cost was $6.36 on that one. There was the eBay took their fee of $2.20, and then other cost was $1.31. So I'm assuming that would be like I do promo listings, so my other eBay fee, as well as the state taxes that were collected. So gross profit, no. So yeah, so I think the transition fee is the promo listing of $2.20, and then the other cost is $1.31 is what eBay just naturally takes on their side. So my gross profit on that was $3.23 after everything was said and done. There was no sales tax collected because I guess the state of Montana doesn't collect sales tax on that side, so that's cool. Next one is a pink dolphin wave flag trucker hat. I can show you what it is. Where are you? There you are. So it's that. You can see it. But that one sold. I had that in my store for a long time. Reason why I'm partly wanting to niche down more on there. But yeah, so that sold. The brand is Pink Dolphin on there. Apparently it was on my platform for 90 days. Okay. Sold for $15.99. There was a cost of $2. Purchase price. What's the purchase price? So I paid $2 for it. That's why. Shipping was $5.83. And then our transaction fee was $2.31, and there was no promotion fee on this one. So gross profit was $5.85. Went to California. They paid 70 cents in taxes on that one. And then the last one was a Doris. It's a sports card. Now I do have a couple of sports cards on that store. I just haven't cleared them out yet. But that's the one. That's the one that sold. So I had this one in my store for 897 days on the platform. I don't really try hard to promote those sports cards. I probably should. But yeah, I'm just a slow seller. Paid $15.95 for it. I paid 25 cents for it. Shipping cost $5.40. For some reason I had $7.99 shipping on that. So I don't know why. So I did send it ground for them on that side of the standard envelope. There was a transaction fee, so eBay took their part of $2.25 plus a promotion fee of $1.66. So the total profit was $6.39. Went to Nevada, and Nevada took 66 cents off of that one. So that was what Dixie Flipper did. So that added up to $45.04 in sales. Dixie Cards had one sell on it. It's another card, Walker Zimmerman 2024 State Rookie Topps card. 29 Nashville, South Carolina on that one. So it was sold. Sorry, one moment. Okay, it spent 263 days on the platform, which is normal. Sale price was $2.69. I got for a cent. Shipping cost was 75 cents. So they haven't taken that out yet. Because with eBay standard envelope, they let you print the label, and then once the label they see that it ran, the US Post Office then charges you, and then they charge you on there. So it's kind of a delay. So it'd be like $1.90, I would say. After there was a eBay took 66 cents in for their part, with another 30 cents for the promotion. So gross profit was $1.72. So actually that would be like 95 cents with taking shipping out. So, and I went to the state of Tennessee, and Tennessee charged the seller 26 cents for that. So that is what that one is. So altogether, that's $2.69 profit or sales in the store. The last one is Dixie Post. Now I had two Dixie postcards sell. One of them is a vintage San Bernardino, California postcard. I'm just trying to get more of the snow mountains, Yucatan. Yeah, mountain range. It's a card. So I sold that. That was spent. I didn't realize this would tell me how many. I'm using my reseller Genie for all this information. So I didn't realize they could tell how many days it's been on a platform, which is pretty cool. That spent 109 days on platform, sold for $5.09. Purchase price, I purchased it for 24 cents on there. There was a eBay took their cost of 99 cents, along with a promotion fee of 54 cents. So gross profit was $3.32. And there, in California, they took $31 or 31 cents from the customer for sales tax on that side. Second one is a vintage 1913 Delaware Park scenery postcard from Albert Art Gallery in Buffalo. I guess that's what the picture of the postcard was on there. That one, I spent 122 days on platform in my store. Sold it for $509 again. This time there was no purchase price. I got for free. Must have gotten a add-on on a buy or something on there. So a 98 cents, eBay took 98 cents for their fee along with a 53 cents fee for the promotion on there. My gross profit after everything was $358, and went to, is it IA is Indiana, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong. They took 25 cents per or for the sales tax from the customer. Now these two did go by standard envelope. That's one great thing about postcards and sports cards and non-sports cards, is they can go through the eBay standard envelope program, which basically is something like this. It's a little rigid, but it still can bend, but it gives it a little more protection. And then of course I put, the envelope or the receipt and that in it, and so it gives it a little more stiffness. But like I said, that program, you don't pay up front for the postage. You go ahead and run the postage. Once the post office scans it, then they charge eBay, and eBay then charges your account. So in those cases, like this 37 or 32 and the 58, so that will drop it. So instead of having, it would be $10.18 before postage. If you took postage is 74 cents. One, I had two, then subtract 10. So really, that store made $8.70 in income. So adding all that and running my profit and loss statement for this month, the 5th through the 7th, I know I've been running off of another number. I think this is a little more accurate to what's going on in my business, not, because this takes in everything. It takes in all the postage, all the cost, a new stand that I got for the pictures taking, everything. It takes it, puts it in, and then it spits out the number where I'm at. So that number where I'm at, I'm still negative, but not as bad as I thought. Is a negative $27.91 after everything's been said and done. So not too bad. I mean, I am inching my way out of there. This weekend, I don't know. Normally, I really do a really good sales day with my main store. Normally 10 to 12 items. Having 3 items in that store, I don't know what's going on with eBay on that side, but I've changed some things up. I changed my markdown sell from 20% to 30%, hoping that will encourage some more sales on that side. And I am still using whatever the price that AI is suggesting. If they're saying this is $5, I'm going to sell this at $5 plus the $7 shipping, and see if that kind of sparks some kind of movement in there. So that's pretty much all I have. I did want to show you what I spent the money on for it, so for the stand. So, all right, so back in my, all right. So just want to let you know, look at this big stack, or the stack of DVDs. Now this was tall, like these boxes were all filled with DVDs. So I worked my butt off trying to get them listed. I have a box on the table and this box left to go through. But those is what I did with Treecat this weekend. Now this is a stand. So it's a pretty simple one. Just off the back, come there. Here's my phone and the $2 clicker I have. I like this setup. I take the pictures, I put the item down, and just go straight through it. The only problem I'm having is with the camera. It takes great pictures. It doesn't take any bad pictures, but I have it uploaded to my Google Drive or my Google Photos, and then I can work on the desktop and do everything. But the upload to the Google Photos, it's hard. It's not the very quickest. There we go. It's not the very quickest, honestly, and it takes a while. So the only other way I can do it that would be quicker is a direct hard line to it, but it's not possible, and I'll show you why. At least for this setup I have. So let me flip you back. Okay, so there's my desk, you know, and there's my listing, or my photo taking studio. So in order for me to string a line, I'll either have to go above and over or go down and under. And I don't think that's either way is going to be cost effective right now. So I am just going to go ahead and do what's working for me right now. In the future, if I get a bigger space, I'll keep that in mind. But right now, that's what's working. So let me get you back over here so I'm not tripping over everything. Okay, put you back here. There we go. All right, so that's what happened. To wrap things up, ListEasier and Treecat are your programs. They do exactly what they are meant to do. I would recommend Treecat if you're just doing 5 or 6 items a day. It will work for you. Nice thing is that they don't charge you for using that AI system or AI listing program until that item sells. So you won't see a charge on your until the end of that month for those that things have sold there. I believe if you sell enough, you can get it down to a penny a listing, which is cheaper than ListEasier. But they do start you out. Just to give you an example, right now with Treecat, I have 2 sales that's happened that as either I cross-listed in the past or I relisted an account. Both of those sales right now cost me 50 cents a piece, so $1. Now if I take the month of May, last month, I had 33 items that either qualified for it. Towards the end, so it started off at 50 cents an item they charged me, but towards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7 items sell, it dropped it down to 33 cents. Now, when I was using Treecat pretty heavily, like in January, I had 49 items that sold. I paid Treecat $21.65. It got me down to about 33 cents, or 35 cents an item. So I think, I know the more you sell with Treecat, the lesser you'll pay eventually, on there. Now, I would always recommend, getting a code, on there. I believe, let me see, who do I have? That might be an interesting thing to do. Okay, sorry. Rabbit or squirrel. Reselling? No. Where do you have it? It's where. So I use John code listing easier or oh my gosh, my brain just went completely sidetracked. Flipping ain't easy. Well, there we go. So John's code. So if you want to go in there, it'll help you get that price down lower and faster. So I would recommend that. ListEasier, I like it because I like doing bulk. I need to do bulk. It helps me get more out. It helps me increase my sales. That's just simply what it is. There is no, or there is a code. You can either go through James, and James Hefferstate on there. He has a code, and I believe it like knocks off on your first month. So normally it's $73. It knocks it down to like 30 or 40 bucks for your first month, and then it goes away. Then you just pay the regular price. I like them because they are a bulk lister. You can get a lot through a lot quick. It's great. So that's my take. Treecat, do some. If you're doing it on a small amount, it'll work. You get charged later on. ListEasier, if you're doing a lot of inventory, yes, you're gonna have to pay up front, but it'll go faster. In my opinion, none are bad. It's just how you want to use it and how you want to use that part. Other than that, I want to thank everyone for chiming in. I know my last video was a little late and I had an issue with uploading it on there. I know apparently you guys didn't quite enjoy that one, but hey, I get it. So next month or next tomorrow, hopefully it'll be something different. I can show you, at least I can show you what's gone on. But thank you again for supporting. I appreciate it. I would love more comments. I didn't get any comments on this last video, so no worries, but I would love some more. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. My subscriber count in the last 28 days, I've gone up 15% or 15 people, and I want to thank those 15 people. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all my subscribers. So thank you. You have a great day. Keep working, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.